Hey everybody, this is another Project Life process. This is week 5. I'm showing you the cards that I'm working with today. This is a printable collection from Citrus Twist. However, there are additional printable cards that are from maybe other Citrus Twist collections. I'm not really sure, but I know most of them are from the best part. I believe it's called that. That's why I showed you that Project Life card, because it says that. Because I also have the Traveler's Notebook stamp set for this. And yeah, let's begin. So there wasn't a lot of 4x6 cards. I use them all and they work out perfectly, thankfully. As you can see this week, I keep it to where you're able to see both layouts, and I kind of like the way this looks. The reason why I did it differently this time is because there wasn't a lot of embellishments, so I wanted to make sure that they kind of go throughout the spread. And yeah, so I didn't have a lot of pictures this week. Sometimes that just kind of happens where we didn't really do a lot to document, and sometimes I need to remember, kind of have like a little prompt list I'm thinking. But to be fair, I enjoyed working with this collection and adding in more decorative aspects, so it all depends on what you're feeling for the week. I did leave in more of my trials, as I had to see what I was going for and what worked and what didn't. So that way you can kind of see that things just don't happen naturally. I do have to try out most of the cards more than once and just kind of get a feel from there. And yeah, so let's talk about the photos before I kind of speed this up and talk about how I add in stamps. Since there were very limited on the die cuts, I could have reprinted the entire collection, but I kind of wanted to make it work with what I have for now. So talking about the photos, let's jump right in. I have my title card, and then there to the right, I have 3 photos within a 4x6. If you want to know how I do this little template, I use the Pick Frame app, and then I print it with my Canon selfie, which is so handy, and it has made doing Project Life so much easier. Since waiting on Walmart to print them out, they would mix them up, and then I would get confused on which one goes first on my spreads and everything else. So I just like it, being able to just do everything at home. So that was my son. He comes into the craft room and he's wearing one of his bigger brother's shirts, and it just looks so cute because he just looked cute dressing himself in his brother's shirt. It's so big. All right, moving to the second row. There on the left is a picture of my niece. I don't get to see her as often, so it was so nice to get pictures from her randomly throughout the week. This day was one of those days, and she's just the cutest. Right now, she's starting to teeth, so she's not really a happy camper, unfortunately. But I'm so thankful for having technology at our fingertips, because I'm able to still see her grow with everything going on right now. They don't really go out or anything, and you don't want to expose this little cute jelly bean. So right, moving on to the next photo that's also on the second column, or the second row there on the right. It is of my son. He was obsessed with these wipes just because they had Baby Shark on there. He had to have them, and we're just cleaning him with the wipey as if it's something different, but he just had to have them because he loves Baby Shark, not as much as others, but he knew what it was and had to have. He was so spoiled. All right, we're moving on to the last photo there in the bottom row. It is of my son. We were on a stroll to the mailbox, and he did this big fall. And there is a sentiment there that says, "Why Monday? Why?" And I just felt like that was how he must have felt. We felt like he just started the mailbox run. He likes to ride his bike, and the moment he did, he does this big old fall to where he didn't want to get back on his bike, and he was so upset. And I originally was taking a picture because of my youngest child. Right away went to his aide and was like, he does not say Mason. I don't know why. My little child just says, And I'm like, that's Mason. He's like, I was like, okay, you go call Mason. And he says, It just makes me laugh so much. I wish I can add in like a little recording somehow to where whenever you can click it. I don't know how to do those. You know how they have those little code things when you like click it with your phone and you're able to hear him, just because that is so iconic. So he rushed to his aid and he was like, oh my god, he fell, and it was just so cute. He's so big, and the little brother is trying to help the big brother. So I was originally taking that picture because he was already running to him, but it was just so cute. There in the right portion, that 4x6, I'm going to be placing that sentiment there. That's kind of like a tealy blue color, aqua. Little moments like this make all the hard times so totally worth it. I'm just gonna be placing additional journaling that's happened that I don't have photos for, but I do want to remember. So again, since this was not photo heavy, I'm able to add in more decorative project life cards and maybe some stories that don't have a photo. I think I like that idea, and I'm gonna start doing that more. So that way, like quotes, I had a subscriber here remind me about doing quotes and stuff, and it's true. I have random quotes that the kids say that just make me laugh, and I forget to put them in just because I need to have one of those journals that are on the side that I keep there, just to write things down. I don't know who did that. What is her name? I used to see her all the time. I'll place it down here on the screen when I remember her name, but she does a ton of working with Ali Edwards, sorry. And she has this like a Project Life journal where she writes things down. That way, if she gets behind, she still has the stories fresh in her head. So I'd like to think I would use that, for the smaller stories or that I didn't take a picture but I want to remember, and the quotes that the kids say. Just, yeah, that's pretty much where I would probably like to use that. So I need to remember to start doing that. All right, I'm going to move on to the next side. This is a photo there on the upper left portion. Is my son just roaming around in a diaper because we're just home and he's just living that life right now. He is in a tote right now that we keep all his tracks. He has so many tracks already. The tracks and Legos are in there. So every morning he's been making sure he goes in there. That's his new favorite right now because his track and Thomas, the trains, they're all in there. So every morning when he wakes up is choo choo. Every night when he goes to sleep is choo choo. Like it is all about Thomas right now. He takes it when we leave anywhere. He just has to have his trains. That is his new obsession. And I wonder how long it will last. So this is why I like documenting these little stories. There in the right portion, that 4x6, it's going to be a decorative journaling card. I just placed a sentiment on the blue line. It says, "It's not much, but it's mine." This is still my life. This is my family. Even when we're not doing anything, this is just, I'm okay with it, basically. All right, that picture there that's on the second row is of us eating cheese. We were eating different types of cheese, and I'm going to be journaling about that, how we tried out something different when we went grocery shopping. We just wanted to try out different cheese. That may be so random, but the boys loved it. We all loved trying it out. It was something to do, something new at home to do. All right, so as you can see, I did something different this time around. I wanted to do a ton of stamping for my title card, so I didn't start off this week with my title card, which is so crazy. But since I did have a multicolor title card, I already knew the colors that are going to be throughout the spread, so I was okay with doing it last, which was going to have a ton of stamping. I figured for all the blocks, I can add in a stamp image. Now, I know you're probably freaking out like that's a lot of black, but I know I love stamping with black because it's going to balance out with my journaling that I do throughout the spread. This is the stamp set that I believe went along with it, the Traveler's Notebook form. I know she used to do created kits for, 2020 all the way back, and there may be still some available, but as of 2021, she no longer makes those kits. But I know you can get the printable still, so that's why I like to do the digital. I get to print them out, and I used to be subscribed to her Traveler's Notebooks last month, which she no longer does any subscription. You can still buy the stamps, but there's just no longer any subscriptions. So, which I have a ton of these stamp sets that I had from last year, and I pull them all out, and I just have fun stamping. So I think that is a bonus when you don't have a lot to work with. You end up using, what you have. You go back to basics, and for me, stamps will always be my cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever you want to call it. I love bringing them back in. And I thought this would be perfect. You could have went with the collage format and could have done different textures. You could have added a puffy sticker, could add some hearts in, some stars. And I even could have done, my stamps in different colors, but I didn't want to take the time to match out the colors. With this collection, I kept it super low-key and easy to go do and get it done, which is what I needed this week. I just needed to get creative with no pressure, and I actually end up really enjoying the way this look. So I definitely will be adding in more printables from Citrus Twist to into my rotation for my monthly spreads every week that I do. I normally do a different brand or manufacturer every week. I think I'm going to be adding in Citrus Twist. So let's see what's available for February and March. And the crazy part about this is you notice I've only been putting the week down. I haven't been putting the dates, and I'm not going crazy about it. I don't know. It's so weird. I think the fact that we're just so homebound and with everything going on, it doesn't really feel like so much is going on to where I just want to place, I don't know, I'm just being low key, I guess, for this year. Let's see when I start to do it again. These are all the stamps, and I'll be placing links down below for the products that I use. So basically the digital form of this collection as well as some of the stamps if they're still available, if you're interested. I love doing that second and third generation on that favorite so much that I'm going to be doing that throughout the entire process, and it keeps everything cohesive, and I feel like it tied in the entire spread. So that's a nice little accent. And I believe that week 5, I kind of felt I didn't like the fact that I kind of went a little lower without realizing it. So I will do that repeat generation stamping on there, and it makes it so much better in my opinion. If you hear me, I'm just drinking my coffee. It may sound weird. This is when I realized, yep, I'm going to do it. So I stamp it off once, and then I do second generation and third. And I think it just looks so much better. I think I have one more to do that I really like that second and third generation to all over this little title card, and then I will be doing this throughout the entire process. All right, this sums it up. Let's go to the overview. Here it looks, so stinking cute. All completed, minimal supplies, and my week got documented just fine. I did change one of those Project Life cards with that pink circle, but other than that, it's all completed. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.